Before we begin, it's important to establish one simple thing. You realise that I already know how full of shit you are. So in case you try to justify your blatant self-indulgent lies, thinking you can be excused with moralistic platitudes, how you did everything you could to strive towards the greater good and every sin that you commit is really for my benefit, I already know how full of shit you are. So when you're caught embezzling or filing false expenses claims to supplement what you perceive to be an insufficient wage, you say the stress of politics can lead to unexpected costs and a week or two in Malibu can really take the pressure off. Well, you'll excuse me if I scoff, because I already know how full of shit you are. So now that you've been cutting funds with absolute impunity, you are turning your attention to the poetry community. While corrupt and bloated governments have absolute immunity, beauty, truth and art are killed at every opportunity. Depressing that I'm 25, yet none of this is new to me, because I already know how full of shit you are. You'd rather spend our money bombing children in the Middle East than give our children access to a smattering of poetry. These vultures cut our culture to the bone and claim it's for the best, and keep us all distracted seeing pointless spoiled royals wed. I don't intend to cause offence, but something really must be said, because we all know how full of shit they are. We're all in this together, claims our hypocrite elect, and yet he had 30 million in the bank last time I checked. The vermin stuff their cheeks with cash for fear the ship is sinking, splutter platitudes through mouthfuls of our lifeblood they've been drinking. They can't stand art and poetry, as both promote through thinking. And then we'd all know how full of shit they are. Socrates, when asked to plead in court for some forgiveness, declared the unexamined life was simply not worth living. When asked to cut arts funding and devote it to the war, the great Sir Winston Churchill asked, then what are we fighting for? We cannot be a culture without music, art or poetry, just martyrs to these heartless bastards ruled by greed and industry, feasting ceaselessly on innocence and decency. And I, for one, will fight these beastly fascist freaks with every still-breathing, heart-beating piece of me, lest we be sucked into this gut of this corrupt mockery of democracy. And then we'll really know exactly how full of shit they are.